Well, we've spoken about cannabis, we've spoken about marriage and divorce. How about we talk some tech now, a weekly tech feature. This week, we're talking about Microsoft's newly augmented reality device. We're also discussing the proposal for new regulations to break up big tech firms. As usual, tech expert and Stuff magazine publisher Toby Shapshak bringing us the insider info on this. One morning, Toby.
Good morning.
So what is Microsoft's new HoloLens 2?
Well,
it sounds all very Star Trek-y.
Yes, it is very Star Trek-y, but the hologram in Star Trek would have been virtual reality. This is augmented reality, or AR. Microsoft calls it mixed reality. So you put it on, you can see it on the screen behind us, and it has a lens in front of you.
What is it when you say put it on?
The HoloLens is a unit that goes over your head.
Oh, okay.
And what it does is it projects something onto the lenses in front of your eyes, so you see an overlay of reality, and it's very, very impressive. The first version was used by NASA to help the people driving the Mars rover around, navigate where they were going. You can see how it clips over your face. The entire computer is built into this device. The second generation is much smaller, much more compact, and it gives you an overlay. So you can see what the guy's doing. He's fiddling with things. He's trying to fix the motorbike. I did a couple of demos where I had to fix equipment. It's very impressive. So you want to train somebody to do a new job, or in this instance,
I was just going to say surgery. It might be amazing.
A doctor, there were several examples of, I mean, you can see what you're doing. So the example they used is a doctor's in surgery, and he needs to check where the veins and the arteries and whatever go. And in the old days, you'd have to walk away, open a book, page through the book, or someone else would do it while you held your hands.
And in this case, would you be able to see whether the procedure would actually work?
Exactly, but you could see what you're doing. So it gives you an overlay to reality, and it's incredibly impressive. I mean, it's the second generation of this device, and Microsoft's done real wonders. They launched this at MWC Barcelona at the end of February. Very interesting.
Interesting
CEO,
that
Satya Nadella was there talking about their big initiatives, because remember, Microsoft's no longer a Windows business. It's a cloud business. They call it intelligent cloud and intelligent edge. So this kind of device is on the edge of the cloud, and it uses all of that great processing power to make our lives better. So we have to start thinking about a computer being different. It's not a laptop. It's not a smartphone. It's something like that gives you more value and more information without having to use your thumbs.
And very interesting that we have 2 data centers in Africa. Yes,
they've just announced this. This is a big thing. Azure is what Microsoft calls its cloud business. Very nice, blue sky. And it's significant because having the cloud in country is really important. There's a real difference if you're accessing the servers in the same country as opposed to going through an undersea cable overseas somewhere. Much faster, much better support, all of that kind of stuff. So movements in the cloud hosting space, very, very good for South African business.
Okay, so tell us now what all the hoo-ha is about. South by Southwest's political heavy hitters and even presidential candidates are wanting to break up big tech firms, and they want to sort of rein in the power. What's going on?
Well, firstly, South by Southwest is this fantastic conference that happens at this time in Austin, Texas. Unfortunately, I had to cancel my trip this year.
To be here for us, thanks.
To be for you. I'm here for you. And it's where a whole lot of tech firms come up with or present their stuff. Amazing people. Elon Musk spoken there, Barack Obama, Elizabeth Warren, the senator, is there at the moment, and she's one of the proponents of this idea that you need to break up big tech firms. And the idea is that she's saying you can't be both a market and a market. You can't be a marketplace and a seller. You can't be Amazon and have Amazon Basics and Whole Foods and be selling the same product against all your competitors. You can't be Apple and have an app store and then have your own apps competing
against. What's been the consequence of that so far?
Well,
what's been the big deal?
What we see is, say, for instance, Spotify, the music streaming service. They've got 200 million users. Yesterday they celebrated their first year in Africa. That's the day they filed a competition complaint in Europe saying Apple owns the App Store and they charge them 30% if people upgrade through the App Store. So they both compete with Spotify, with Apple Music, and are a gatekeeper to other apps. So there's quite a lot of dissent in general around this, but the broader picture is these Democratic presidential hopefuls are campaigning on a ticket of breaking up.
What's
big
it to
tech.
them?
Because of the Cambridge Analytica and the Facebook scandals. Amazon and Google and Microsoft and Apple all have enormous power that they've never had before. And there's a real consumer backlash against the power of these big tech firms, against what Silicon Valley has done to our privacy and our online experience. Sure, they've created this wonderful place for us to watch cat videos, but also they've been stealing our data and monetizing it. So it's interesting that it's already become a presidential talking point, an election talking point. It's quite a thing.
Okay, well, fantastic. Well, I'm particularly excited, about the HoloLens too. So if and when you get your hands on one.
No, it's
we can play with it.
amazing technology.
That's amazing. Thank you very much, Toby Shapshak. That's